Yeah, all right. It's Jared here from Crypto Plan. And yes, we are talking about blockchain miners because do you know what? They're my favorite. They are actually my favorite because it's the basis of my investing plan was that it was like stop following the crowd, stop buying Tesla and Workhorse and all these things that everyone was pumping and selling and the market was manipulating, and buy a couple of things that were going to pick up a large win, that were going to set up their big sail in the ocean there and grab a breeze. And that is Riot Blockchain, which is on the screen right now, Marathon Patent Group, and Argo Blockchain. And boy, have they performed. Wow. I hope that anyone that watches this, if they have been involved in Riot, Mara, and Argo, congratulations, well done. We are on the team of massive gains. You know, while Bitcoin's done 300% in the year, Argo blockchain's done 2,000%. Riot blockchain is, I think my position's up about 600%, and Mara is close to 1,000%. So, you know, talk about leverage. Talk about the same way that buying into gold, silver mining stocks works. You just got to use the leverage, right? You just got to, like, you've got the asset, right? You've got the asset that is Bitcoin, and then you've got the Bitcoin miners, which are the leveraged asset. And these fellas are the ones that have played. Now, this is going to be a short live stream because I just want to celebrate really what it's all about. What investing in some of these kind of newer companies. They're not brand new, but these new companies and these ones that are taking a risk in, I guess, spending a lot of money in this infrastructure, which is Bitcoin mining. You never know what could happen, but the reality is that they are mining pieces of digital currency that are going up in value parabolically. So their balance sheet, therefore, is going up in value parabolically. And, we've just seen Argo blockchain go absolutely nuts. So look at this chart, right? Just take a moment to look at this chart, and you can see I've drawn some kind of trend lines in here. So there was a bearish trend because Argo blockchain started in the bear market. So there was a bearish trend. It broke out of it, it retested it, and then it formed this upward trend, right? But it didn't just keep going up on this trend, 29 pence, it just decided a new path. And it went absolutely parabolic. And when did that happen? It happened when it broke through 13.5 cents. This is that line that I've had there for a long time. I've had this line there for a long time. And once it broke through 13.5 cents, it tested it again. It went slowly above it, but when it broke through 18, which was the all-time high on the chart. And this is the thing about like trading, and everyone's watching the chart. So sometimes the bigger players, the people with lots of money, go, "Ooh, it's broken through its all-time high. Bang, we're getting in." This was our moment to put big money in, and look what happened that day. Once it broke that 18-cent level, it went up. It went up by like 86% in a day, and I was like, whoa, what is happening here? And do you know my only regret with Argo blockchain, and because it's an OTC stock and I'm trading on Trading 212, is that I didn't buy enough of it. I think I tried to buy it a lot of times, but I was impatient, and I'd be like putting in for 1,000 or putting in for 2,000, and it wouldn't go through. And I just should have at one point said, I want to buy 10,000 Argo blockchain stocks and just let it sit there and let it kind of click through in its own time. And even if I had bought it at 20 pence, look where we are now. But be cautious. Don't get sucked into my excitement because my cost basis is 5 pence. And I don't have a lot in the game. I'm scaling out of the position because I got in so early. But there is this trend line. So as it hits these targets of 150, it's going to pull back. It's probably going to consolidate. But we're looking at that next target of 180. I think somewhere around here, maybe 180 pence, and then onwards and upwards into that £5 range. Now, if you're trading it on the US stock market, I've got that one down here. It's fairly new, but the same again. And let's do some fresh analysis on this baby. Like, there's a clear kind of trend going on here. So, into the coming days, so if you're buying this in it, and is it in? I don't even know if that's in. Is it $1 or is it $1? I'm not sure, but yeah, like potentially 5xing into the future there. Into the end of January. So it's a good stock. It's a good stock to be in. The way I see it, it's like so early, but yet so far for me. As in, like, this sort of a stock, it's like kind of, when it's done a run, you can go, yeah, okay, I'm not going to get the 2,000% that's happened to here. But if you've got any amount of money, like let's say randomly $1,000 that you want to invest in Argo blockchain right now, you could nearly be confident that 3 to 5x is going to happen, like as in Bitcoin is like pushing towards its first retracement level in a year-long bull run, when institutional investment is like demanding the Bitcoins and they are not being mined quick enough. They're not being uncovered quick enough. People aren't trading them. People are holding them. Yes, there will be a time when people sell out and the next phase comes in, but it is just a super exciting time to be a part of Argo blockchain. I must say. I'm going to go back to, so just be aware with Argo blockchain, it's going to keep tapping this upper line. If it flips this line and goes like absolutely parabolic, then wow. But I think this line here is so aggressive that I think it's going to keep tapping it along the way. So let's just extend it out and let's go by, let's go by next year, about this time next year. No, hold on. Where are we? Look, end of January, we're talking possibly up to the 5s. But do you know what? Like, it can go sideways. It can go sideways. If Bitcoin goes sideways, it'll go sideways, and then bang, it's going to pop out. But £5 is not that far away, and that's the exciting thing. And I think that's probably my next big sell target, because I've been scaling out a little bit. I think I'm going to hold and I'm going to wait, because the beautiful thing is that when it goes up 30% in a day now, or 40% in a day now, it's like nearly going up by a pound, at a time, So super exciting. Love Argo blockchain. It's like a junior miner, it's a junior miner. And they've got deals going on, which they're doubling down on they're sharing and they're co-oping with non-listed blockchain miners in the USA, which is so cool as well. I love them. I think it's excited me. Like I was getting bored of stocks there for a while, but I love them. RIOT blockchain. So where are we at with RIOT? RIOT has broken through its upward trend line. So I've had this line in here. It's kind of come down, hit it there, back down, and then popped through, right? So RIOT is behaving like Bitcoin, and so it should. RIOT is behaving like Bitcoin. It is up post-market at 29. Oh my goodness. Once again, I've scaled out of my RIOT blockchain to the point where I'm like, I've got my base number. I think I've got 200 shares in RIOT left. And I'm not going to sell any until it is past this $46 mark. Because why would you? I've got my money back from what I put in, and beyond, and I've traded it into some gold and silver and copper stocks. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to the very end now, and I guess this is my upper target. It's this $159 level. You know, it's the full extension of the Fibonacci. It's where I want to be. Like, I want to see Riot blockchain have a blow off top, and I just take out profits towards the top here. You know, like maybe at 110, take a little bit out at 120. You know, I think it'll happen so quickly anyway. I think coming up to 100, it would just be about setting some sell targets and just going, you know what, Riot blockchain, you have been my baby. You've been the one that's made me some money. Marathon Patent Group. This one is the be all and end all of blockchain stocks. They are the number one in my book. They will absolutely, for the record, blow people's minds. Now, I've got 101 target there. Now, that is a conservative target for my next sell. You know, I've probably got another 50 shares I'll sell at some point when I want to shift some money into some of these gold miners. But $100 is my aggressive target. But I really, really do believe that Marathon Patent, with this aggressive trend early on, will follow. You know, and it's kind of like Riot leads the way, then Mara catches up. Then Riot leads the way, then Mara catches up. But I think what's going to happen once earnings happen in March, and I'm not going to really make any plays until just pre-earnings and maybe post-earnings, depending. But I think the market will tell us pre-earnings of where Marathon Patent Group's at, and I think they're going to be earnings per share, profits, all those sort of things are just going to be like, oh my God. So Marathon Patent Group, I have the most shares in Marathon Patent Group. I think I've still got 550 left, which is good. You know, it's a good amount, you know, and like anyone else there that's got more than that. And I'm seeing people in my comments that are like, they got them at half a dollar. And I'm like, oh my goodness, if only I was that early on it. But yeah, you know, I'm happy with my $2.50 cost basis right now, because if I sell 200 at 100 on that cost basis, it's like, you know, I'm happy. I'm a happy man. And I hope you all are too. Now, for anyone that isn't in, if you are watching this video, you can see that right now it's parabolic. It's parabolic, but it hasn't touched this upper trend line yet. So will it correct with Bitcoin when it does? Yeah, maybe, but we've still got this line, and that's why it's so aggressive for me, because I'm seeing, you know, when is it, like end of January 100? That's possible, but the reality is that this thing is still in the middle. It's not, you know, it's still, it may be looking overbought, but it's still in the middle of its general channel that it's told us, you know. So it's told its bottoms here. So yeah, it could dip back, you know. Yeah, it could possibly want to touch this, but in the upside, and we're in a bull market, and you've got to agree that the upside is where it's at, and it's not gonna touch this line anytime soon, but it might fire on up here and then come back here, you know, like come back to 20 or 50 or 40 back down here, you know. So dun, and then come back. But yeah, it's not going to hit that lower line soon. But I'm looking at this intersection here. Like I'm very interested at that on the 25th of January, towards the end of January. Is it at 100? What it does at that intersection, because that's kind of my target, but it's where the upward trend intersects. So is it going to flip this line and just go off, or is it going to go sideways on this 100 line and then go up? That's the interesting thing for Mara. But if you are in Riot and Mara, please watch them together. You know, if Riot takes a run and Mara doesn't, that's probably a good time to start in Mara, because then it follows, you know. And I've watched this over the last few weeks, you know. It's kind of Riot leads and then Mara follows. Riot leads, Mara follows, you know. So just watch it. And also Mara does seem to have these kind of weirder, longer consolidations and pullbacks, you know. So here, sideways, up, and then pulled back a lot, you know. Whereas Riot, it went up a bit but pulled back a bit, but the drasticness. So like I think its pump was to 4 and then back to 250, whereas Mara was like a pump to 5 and then back to 155. You know, so the spread of its volatility. So just be careful of that. You know, so there's every chance that Mara will, like I say, will go up to this line, but then it will pull back to somewhere around here, you know, and that's just the reality of the stock. There is speculative investors in it. There's gaps everywhere. You know, there's like a low market cap. There's floods of money that go in and then floods of money that go out because people are trading these babies hard. So just be careful. But yeah, I think, and I really do believe this, that Argo blockchain, even though it is like so parabolic, at any time when this pulls back, it wouldn't hurt to like just put a bit in it. You know, if you're as bullish as me on crypto miners, and I must make the disclaimer that I am actually not looking to increase my positions in any time soon. I think I will probably start a new position after the bull market is finished and kind of dollar cost average in over the bear market. Depending on what happens, you know, it's kind of, I'll see what happens, you know, it's, but yeah, right now I am open and transparent about using the profits to move into the next bull market, which is the gold, silver, copper, nickel, lithium, whatever you like. And that's where I'm at. So I don't want to kind of get you excited as in buy now and get, you know, 2,000% profit, because that's not going to happen. You know, I think if Argo blockchain does a 10x from here, like I think that would be super bullish. I think a 5x is more conservative, you know, especially if Bitcoin retraces soon, it pulls back down and fills some of these gaps, 83, you know, 60 pence, you know, like that would be a lovely entry point, you know, even as low as 20, you know, if it took a quick dip. But right now it is hugging that line so lovely. It's not funny. So anyway, that's where it's at. I don't know if anyone here wants to have any other analysis of where my head's at, but I do want to remind people that we're halfway through Bitcoin's rise, right? So we're heading towards, and I'm going to go over to Bitcoin for a second because I just want to get my head straight and get your head straight on all of this. So Bitcoin's at 40. I just did a video today where I'm thinking, based on some kind of new analysis where, you know, where we look at what it's done. So it's come from 3, it's gone up as high as 13, and then it's pulled back as low as 3 again, right? So it's done this up, down thing, which, you know, was a huge amount of speculation. Like it was kind of like Bitcoin was everything at 20, it came down to 3, and everyone's like, it was the forgotten thing, you know, like everyone was like, oh, I lost all this money on Bitcoin, I followed the hype. Anyway, the true Bitcoin community gradually increased its value up to 13, and then bang, March comes along and just gives that little scare, you know, like drops nearly as low as it did there, but, you know, basically just gave us a little sneak peek, and anyone that got Bitcoin at that price, at that, you know, 4,000, 3,900 mark, well done. Like you're a true legend. But then what's happened? Like up, sideways, up, sideways, and then we are nearly at a full, and I'm going to do the extension right now live on the stream. No, we need to do it this trend-based Fibonacci. So if we get this crosshair here, we go up to that crosshair there, and then we go over there to that. We can see here that it's broken through this 2.618. So there's no, you know, we're in no man's land. There's no real kind of, in this price discovery space, there's no point at which we can actually say this is the retracement point. So it's either going to turn around here and retest this and bounce off again, or it's going to actually hit or extend beyond this 4.23 Fibonacci extension, which is at 48.55, right? 48, 47, something around there. Now, That is what I'm looking for. And you can just see it right now. Everything's red and Bitcoin is going green. Like, I just think there is going to be absolute mayhem in the cryptocurrency market. And the thing, and this was a stream about RIOT and MARA and Argo, but what they kind of do, they don't react exactly like a cryptocurrency, because we've got the 2 days off where they can't trade. We're not quite sure whether, if Bitcoin goes up and then retraces over the weekend, will they go up again a little bit, or will they just pull back based on the Bitcoin news? We're not sure, but I think that we are due for a Bitcoin correction regardless in the next 1, 2, 3, 7 days. It's going to get here quickly. If it's going up, it's going to get to 48 quickly. If it goes to 50, it's going to get there quickly. And then bang, where will the retracement be? And I believe, where are we? We are going to, if we hit here, bounce straight back, we are going to be going down somewhere in the realms of probably 23 and a half. We're going to do a 50% retracement. How quick that will be, I'm not sure. Maybe it'll be staggered down, maybe not, but it'll be there relatively quickly. And hopefully that is what drags the altcoins with them. And then we're all happy, right? We're all happy that our Bitcoin miners have done well, our Bitcoin's done well, and then the altcoins fully get dragged along, and then we see the finishing move. And hopefully, it lasts until May, June, July, and we get to do some trades and do some kind of, moves that actually double, triple, quadruple, like even our initial targets for our exit plans. But, geez, I'm so bullish on this market right now, and you can probably hear it in my voice. So cool. Another thing that I have noticed, and I was kind of using this analogy, that it's kind of like popcorn, right? Like you put that bag of popcorn in, and things peak. A corn kernel goes there, and a corn kernel goes there, and then we're just waiting for that bag to go, right? So what have we had? We've had District X do a pop recently and then pull back. Another one that I put a little bet on was Peercoin. It popped again just now, and Game's done a little pop. And what else have we seen? We've seen Stellar pop out. We've seen XRP find some recovery based on its large retracement. Ethereum, well, if that's not a pop, it's just Ethereum is basically Bitcoin right now, right? It's Bitcoin minus 2 days. It's kind of like Bitcoin does it, Ethereum does it. It's like, it's like the small little brother that's like, yeah, I'm going to smoke a joint. Yeah, I'll smoke a joint too, kind of thing. It's as bullish. It's kind of, these two make up the bulk of that market cap, right? ZRX still yet to go. Cardano has had a pop. VeChain, super bullish, has had a pop. Dash, it's yet to ignite. EOS yet to ignite, still ranging. Theta, super bullish on Theta. Like, this is one, and I don't know if anyone out here, the couple of us that are watching this live stream, or the people that will watch it, look at this thing. Like, it's kind of like Google stock itself. It's like kind of found a bottom there in March and just bang up, curved around, cup and handle, bang up, curved around, didn't even do the cup and handle, just did the cup and then out. And this thing, I am the most excited of all the altcoins to see what Theta does during the alt season, because I think this thing can not only go to 12 now, from where are we now, like $1.90, can not only go to 12, it can go beyond that. But I'm super excited about that. Zilliqa, super excited about Zilliqa, but it's a privacy coin-ish thing. Not so sure if it'll be as bullish as Theta. BAT, it's shown us where it wants to be, right? 43 cents. It just needs to get back there. This is kind of like an Argo blockchain. It's led the way with this bullish trend. So I think when it pops, this is probably a hidden gem actually. BAT token. It's been held back. It's kind of ranging, and then if it breaks out now at the end of January, is that a potential price target? 99 cents from 24 cents, you know? So is that an instant 3x there? Potentially, you know? Longer term target there, $3. So, you know, I think BAT is a good buy right now. It's on sale. Link, I don't know. I'm going to stay away from Link altogether. I just like to watch it because I want to see what Link does because it pumps so early. You know, it got so bullish so early. Litecoin, it's gone. It's nearly at its all-time high. So I think once Link hits, once Litecoin hits its all-time high, that will probably be confirmation of an alt season. So very soon that will happen. OMG coin, same deal. Like, it's just so close to popping. Like it's there, and it's shown us something. Let's draw that one in there and just have a look. So if you want to have a punt on a couple of altcoins, let's just see where, you know, based on wicks, where we could be. I love this like this possibility factor, you know. So where are we at? $3 for an OMG, the end of the month. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's out of control, but that is the trend, right? You know, so March 20, pumped all the way up to the 18th of May to there, pumped all the way up in 1st of August to there. So its stepping is telling us that $3 could potentially turn into $130. Wow. OMG, maybe a little diamond in the rough, right? Tezos, I don't know about Tezos, whatever you want to call it. It's just this chart doesn't show me anything. It doesn't tell me anything. It just says meh. The XLM over BTC, that's very volatile lately. I'm just waiting for that to peak so I can sell out all my XLM. Right, Mara. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm happy with where we're at. I think we're just waiting. We're just in this holding pattern and waiting where do you know what the last one I want to talk about? I really am interested in this graph. Now, so it's so new, graph token. So it's kind of like it's like a data thing, right, for all blockchains. So it has a use case. Now, I don't like IPOs or new data for charts usually because they're very volatile, but this one's cool. This one's cool because it pumped and then it fell. So it gives us somewhere to go. So from right now, 33 cent, we've got a 75 cent target. So straight away 2.5x, right? And straight away we can put the fib on it. And we can go from these candle bodies down to this candle body close. And we can say that a realistic short-term price target is $2.14. So if I was to buy graph today and an altcoin season starts, the first leg in that alt season is potentially $2.15 US. So if 30 cents times by 3 to $1 times by 2, so 6, maybe 6 and a bit X. I like that. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of knowing that something's new, something's hot, something has been hot, it's cooling off, still got a bit of volume there. You know, it's going to catch the breeze, right? And we can potentially look at a full extension of that. So if let's say if I was going to put $1,000 punt on the graph right now, so I'd buy at 30 cents, I'd get about 3,000, right? So I'd get about 3,000 graph, $1,000 US in, bang, I would be looking to sell a half of it at $1.45, and then I'd look at be selling like a quarter, the last like half of that half at $1.80, and then 216. And if that, and I'm talking about that as just a quick money trade, like if that happens, or you bang it all in and go, well, I'm just going to hope and see and let it go up. But I think the safest way to play this market is go bang the 2.6, the 3.6, and the 4.2. Like have them as your three price targets, and if it hits them, have a certain amount you're going to sell out, and then you go bang, I've achieved profit in this market. Because there is no way of telling these new coins whether they will go parabolic like an XRP did in the last alt season, or like Ethereum has, because you just don't know. There's so many other coins there. You don't know which ones are going to do the 100x's, but you can kind of say, well, will at least do a 5x or a 6x, and you've got these clear targets, and then if it does do that and retraces, then you put all your profits from that in again, and you ride the next wave up, right? So that's kind of a brief trading strategy. It is not financial advice, but it's kind of a safe way of getting price targets in price discovery for selling, because selling is about targets. And if you just hold and hope and think it'll always go up, that's probably when you're watching it going down, right? So just be cautious when you're buying these new coins, because you just never know. You never know who's manipulating them and who's doing what, because everyone's looking at these charts and looking at them these way, and they're going to see bang, 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 and their sell targets, right? Because short-term traders love these coins, because when it goes up, people buy in, and they go bang, I'm out, and then they pull back again. And so holding for too long can sometimes be your worst enemy, especially when you're in the bull market and you're not buying right now. But that's kind of nearly all I have to say about that. I am just gonna take a moment to be thankful, and I'm gonna look again at this Argo blockchain chart. It's just such a beautiful chart. Like it's just like I'm just impressed by, I guess, my foresight to see that the wind was going to blow into these Bitcoin miners, and just so grateful for everyone else that also saw that win, because like a lot of people have held this stock from all through this, and even if you bought here when it was 11 cents and you held, well done, because it went all the way back down to 2.5 pence and then staggered its way up, and then look where you are now. Like, well done. Like, my journey felt long. It felt like I was always trying to average in and hold this thing that wasn't moving, and then it did, and now it's just like bang, and it's like the sky is the limit. And I love the idea of finding these stocks early, these micro stocks, and riding the wave into space, right? Like into, where are we? 117 right now, and it's just like the chart, where will it end? Like kind of, if you sit the chart here and go like, if we can look back to this video in 3 months' time and go, where did Argo blockchain end in this range, right? Did it end closer to here, closer to here? 3 months from now, where is Argo blockchain going to be? I'm thinking somewhere, and if we go to March, April, go to the 1st of March, I think my prediction is going to be somewhere here. Somewhere in the 5, so like somewhere around this target. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I've been Jared from Crypto Exit Plan. I really thank you for watching this if you've watched it live. I really thank you for watching this if you watch it in replay. But I'm going to leave you with it, and keep on keeping on in this bullish Bitcoin, gold, silver, old coins, whatever you like. Anything that's like catching the breeze of money flowing out of fiat currency, basically, because it's like, it definitely, nobody's looking to hold it in their bank accounts anymore, because why would you? There's no interest rate, there's nothing going on there. Like, I'm scared to hold even like $100 spare a week in fiat currency right now, because it's like, what's the point? It could just go up parabolically in a stock or in, you know, anything. So I love it. And I'm just going to end it there because well done, and let's keep going. Bye bye.